Does anyone still have the poetry book that inspired the band's name?
No, you know what? I think that I gave that to a girl like way before the 1975 even became a thing. Yeah, when I was like 20, but I think that by the age of from like 17 to 19, it will have got lost.
Oh my God!
In Manchester somewhere.
Somewhere in Manchester.
Yeah.
But listen, you got a lot of upset fans right now, Matt, because earlier this year you said on May 31st there was going to be a single release.
I know, right?
24 hours later, there's no single, Matt. What's going on?
You know what? I think that I've been saying that part of the reason that I wanted to make 2 records is because that's kind of how I express myself with albums, right? I'm not necessarily like a singles artist, but we're in this like real-time expressive phase in culture.
True.
The way that artists are speaking to their fans, the way that people are consuming music. So I think that I've not been afraid to be like, change my mind a bunch of times or whatever. So like, I'll give you, if you want an official thing, I did say May 31st because I could have done that.
Could have.
But my idea was, I was thinking about just dropping a record at that point, doing a single and then just dropping a record. And now I want to do it in the way that I've done it before, where I put out music first. So I'm going to start putting out music in August.
Oh, August. Okay, speaking of music, let's talk about notes. I know you come up with these titles even before you even make the album. What is the science behind this title?
I mean, I think the science behind the title, it's you know what? I want people to hear the record before we start talking about that, because I think that like A Brief Inquiry into Online Relationships is maybe a more obvious title.
Right.
I think that I'll wait till the record's out before we start talking about that. Just because I like hearing, but someone might have a better reason than me,
Right.
a better interpretation than me.
I love it, man. I know that you guys are excited to perform the album on tour, and I know that you want to have the big shows almost feel like club gigs. Is that still the outlook?
I think if you can make an arena feel smaller than it is, or if you can make people feel like they have a certain proximity to what is happening, even if they're not as physically close as other people. People have famously done it very well at shows that I've seen. Kanye coming into the middle of the room, creating the underneath, which was like a thing that no one had ever seen before. Drake with his balloons that kind of came into your face, you know, like there's all those kind of things. And I just like art that makes you feel personally addressed, where it's like, oh, they're talking directly to me, or I feel immediately involved with this. So that is always my intention. Yeah,
that's dope. You mentioned some of the hip hop artists. I saw that you're trying to take a cue from their playbook. You want to put out your own festival next year, the 1975.
That is a hip hop kind of thing, I
because you
suppose.
have J. Cole, Lil Wayne.
That's right. Yeah, I think that our label has had this amazing kind of element to it, where it's kind of, there's a lot of community behind it, and with that has come like a lot of kind of culture.
Right.
And I think I just want to celebrate that culture, you know, that I see every day, and I think that just putting it in a field is a good way of doing it.
So it looks like it's gonna happen next year, maybe.
Yeah, I'm really wanting to get it together for next year.
I gotta cross my fingers. Gotta get a ticket for that one.
Yeah, I'll hook you up.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And speaking of tours, man, I saw at a festival recently in Alabama, you spoke out on anti-abortion issues. Why was that important to get that out?
I was in Alabama the day that it was like happening.
Oh, wow.
So it was kind of scene of the crime. I think that it's like, you know, what is it? Like when society's like failing, you kind of got to look to artists to lead the way. It was a bit scary because it was in Alabama.
Right.
But it was also at a music festival, which is an inherently left-leaning thing. So it felt like maybe the easiest of places to do it in Alabama.
Right.
But I don't stand for those ideas.
Right.
And I think that, you know, I have a lot of people watching me, so I think it's important that I stand up for what I believe in.
Absolutely. And we also stand for some of this music, man. Before we get out of here, gotta ask a final music question. You in the Japanese house, is it gonna happen?
Yeah, it is going to happen. She's putting out an EP like pretty soon.
Okay.
So I was trying to jump on that. If I can't jump on that, maybe we'll do a standalone thing. But like I just love Amber so much.
Yeah,
we're so close, and every time I don't get to see many people very often because of what I do. But when we do see each other, she's like my favorite person in the world, you know. So it will happen.
Okay.